So the next activity that we're going to do is learn about how to create shapes in Photoshop. So we'll start with a new file, and then when we click new file, we'll see that the last time we used it, we made an 8.5 by 11 document, 300 pixels per inch. We'll do the same thing, and we'll hit create. Once that's created, we want to start looking at what shapes we have available to us. You might have the line tool visible because that was the last activity that we did. So if I left click and hold, I can switch to the rectangle tool and draw rectangles. Once I've got the rectangle tool selected, up above, some things that you'll want to do is turn off the fill. Otherwise you'll just get solid black rectangles. That's the default. I just want to see the edges of the rectangle so we can play with those edges a bit. So we create an empty fill, black stroke, and I'm going to set the width to 5 pixels, as you can see there. And the line style will just be a solid line there. So now if I left click and drag, it draws a box and makes a rectangle. I can click on the magnifying glass and zoom in so you can see this rectangle. You'll notice again that down over here, this is a smart object, so it's got the smart object icon, which again means that I can click on the path selection or direct selection tool and play with properties of this rectangle. So with the path selection tool chosen, I can click on a corner and make my rectangle smaller. I can click on it on a side to make it taller or narrower. And I can actually click on these little circles and change the curvature of the edge to go from a rectangle to an oval or something in between. If I let's see here, we can change that. Let's make this a little smaller and then move it over here. Let's draw another rectangle. If I hold the shift key down when I draw a rectangle, you get a square. So that if you want anything that's a regular shape, then hold the shift key down. It's kind of like holding the shift key down with the line tool. It will draw only in certain angles. When you hold the shift key down doing the rectangle tool, it'll make squares. What's our next shape? Well, the next shape will be the ellipse tool. I can drag the ellipse tool. The ellipse tool is kind of boring. There's not a lot you can do with the ellipse tool other than make it bigger or smaller. So it's not like the rectangle tool where you can create curved or pointy corners. So the ellipse tool will draw an ellipse or an oval as you drag it. If you hold the shift key and make sure you have the tool selected, if you have the shift key, it will make a circle. So that's a regular shape for the ellipse tool, is the circle. The next shape is the triangle tool. So when I click on the triangle tool, if I just left click and let go, a window pops up and it talks about how big the triangle is going to be. I want it equilateral. That means all sides are equal or not. And so there we go. Here is a triangle, and I can grab these, the different sides, and change its shape. I can grab the circle and make it a curvy triangle if I want to by getting rid of the points, and holding the shift key gets you an equilateral triangle without even having to go into that menu that I showed you by left clicking. So left click, drag will create a triangle. Let's go to polygon. So by default, if I drag the polygon tool out, you'll notice that it's a pentagon, and if I hold the shift key, it'll be a regular pentagon. So that's fine and all, but what if I want a different shape? Well, with that tool selected, just left click and let go, and we notice a new menu pops up. And in that menu it says, how many sides do you want? Well, I want 8 because I want an octagon. And we can hit OK, and there we go. There's an octagon. And if I hold the Shift key down, it'll scale it up perfectly. Or I can grab edges and drag it in and out to make that octagon bigger or smaller. Let's see here. Let's say we wanted to play with our triangle or one of these other shapes. Remember, you can still go to both the path and the direct selection tool. These are all smart objects. And so if I go to my triangle and click on a corner, I can play with that corner and change what it looks like. And it says, do you want to create a live path? Sure. And then I can click on these corners and change the shape if I want a very specific looking triangle. That's the same for true for any of these shapes, like this polygon down here. If I click on a corner, I can actually bend that corner inward. Do you want it to be? Yes. And I can make my octagon really messy by doing that. Let's see here. Other than that, another fun tool is the stamp tool. So in order to do the stamp tool or custom shape tool, we can click here and choose custom shape tool, and I get this blob. With that blob, we can look up here and look at our settings. It keeps a lot of the same settings. Fill is nothing, 5 pixels. But one thing you'll notice is that there is a drop window, and you can get all kinds of different basic shapes. You can download more, but if I want a camel, I can create a camel. So it's kind of a fast way to create certain shapes. Let's see here, go to the path selection tool. I can make my camel bigger or smaller. If you hold down the Shift key, it'll keep everything into scale. If you let go of the Shift key, or if you let go of it early, it will distort your camel. With the stamp tool, you can create all kinds of neat shapes, and it is one way to create a scene pretty quickly if you're trying to do something with some pretty basic shapes. I mean, you get animals, different kinds of trees, some boats, and some flowers. So nothing too crazy, but you can import shapes and add shapes from your computer if you want. So that shows you how to do the various shapes in the shape activity.